You came for internal affairs?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, internal affairs. We're internal affairs.
How can we help you?
I'd like to file a complaint against 4 officers in total.
Okay.
2 of them, I don't know their names, and one of them is actually internal affairs. I spoke to a Madeline Cunningham on the phone. I tried to do this over the phone, and she was very rude, very condescending to me. She said that I had no business being here in a public. She says this is private property, that I was wrong. So, you know, when you get that kind of feedback off the bat, do I really want to give her my name? Do I really want to tell her, have her investigate something that happened to me?
Well, she's just that would take a complaint. It would then get assigned to an investigator.
Yeah, but I mean, she's no, you're going to listen to me. Like, her attitude was completely unacceptable for me. This is why I'm down here right now. Just like the attitude of Officer Hanley, and there were 3 plainclothes. I was out here filming the 1960s car over here. Filming all these Humvees over here, whatever I can see from publicly accessible, just First Amendment protected activity. I explained that to them.
Well, I mean, you would understand too. We have some concerns.
No,
we don't know you.
100%.
Of course.
I could understand your concerns, but
yeah.
All right, guys. This segment opens inside a police facility where a citizen comes forward to file a formal complaint. Not 1 officer, 4. Right from the jump, frustration is clear. Internal affairs is already involved, but instead of professionalism, the narrator describes condescension and hostility. Being told he had no business in a public space sets the tone for what this documentary is really about. Accountability when authority gets arrogant.
I don't think it should be up to the level of cornering a citizen who has broken no laws and grabbing him by his arm. That to me is unacceptable.
Is that what?
And threatening of arrest, and threatening of arrest if I don't provide identification.
All right. What's your name?
Can I make the report anonymously, sir?
You want to make it anonymous?
I could follow up. Like, I'll come back and follow up because I'm probably going to get an attorney, and I don't want to do anything that I just want to file a complaint and make it on record and not follow up. I can give you my number.
But you don't want to provide your name.
I'm in fear of retaliation. I was in fear of retaliation before, and then after I spoke to Sergeant Cunningham,
You were saying that you didn't provide her your name either.
No, I didn't. But I was going to. I was like, okay, she was talking to me nice at first, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then she started getting belligerent out of nowhere, and then she's like, you had no right to be. I said, ma'am, with all due respect, you're wrong. And she's like, you're not going to tell me what the law is. And
are you an attorney?
No, I'm not an attorney. I just know my rights, and I know the law as it pertains to the First Amendment, and I know the law as it pertains to public.
The one you should really be looking up is DeBoer. That's the case law you should look up.
Yeah.
When you go home, look it up.
Okay.
DeBoer has to do with the levels of interaction between the police and the public.
Yeah.
And it changes. You'll be surprised at what police can and cannot do.
Yeah. I know they can't grab me. That's all I know. And they can't corner me.
Okay.
Or at least I hope not.
Now let's be clear. This wasn't some secret operation. The narrator was openly filming police vehicles, classic cars, and Hums, all visible from publicly accessible areas. First Amendment activity, plain and simple. Yet officers allegedly escalated fast, cornering him, grabbing his arm, threatening arrest over ID. All right, guys, this is where lawful observation turns into an unlawful show of force.
What's your phone number?
631 371 4747.
4747. Right. I'm assuming you don't want to give a home address.
No, sir.
All right. When did this happen?
March 1st, Monday. I believe March 1st was a Monday.
What time is that?
Around, let me see. I can probably find it. It was probably around 1 o'clock, midday. And like I said, I don't know if you guys gotten calls or whatever, but I uploaded the video of what the officers did to me onto social media, and I've gotten 3 million.
Can you send us a copy of that video?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to the video. But in all my social media platforms, I'm not a social media person, but it's 3 million views. People are really disgusted on their actions that day, and that's why I'm here filing a complaint, because I don't think they wouldn't even tell me who they were. I was trying to read through your policies online, and I know your policies state very explicitly to be filmed by the general public, and you guys I guess you guys are supposed to know your policy, but I don't know if you guys have a policy to identify when you're interacting with somebody. I didn't see that on there.
Part of the complaint as well, about not identifying?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm trying to identify. I need to know who they are to file a complaint. I can't. You know what I mean? If I committed a crime, you would need to know who I am.
Here's where fear comes in. Fear of retaliation. The narrator requests to file the complaint anonymously, not to hide wrongdoing, but to protect himself. After the tone he received from Internal Affairs, trust was already broken. He explains that when officers won't even identify themselves, how is a citizen supposed to file a complaint at all? Transparency can't be optional. It's the foundation.
To charge me with the crime, right?
I don't think it's unreasonable. You're saying that they asked you your name, but you don't want to provide it.
No. I just didn't want to be in any reports, sir. I didn't want to. I was just doing a First Amendment protected activity, and I told what I did.
To come and videotape? What was
Well, like I told you, I was videotaping the 1960s car out there, all the Humvees. I thought they were cool, and to see all the other cop cars, and that was it. And I explained that to them, and I explained to them I have
You
no.
weren't videotaping personal cars of police officers?
I'm sure my video got personal cars. Yeah, I'm
Well, you
sure.
can understand the concern of police
No.
officers.
I get the concern, but
Right.
you can't. There's a way. As soon as they
Then
came up to me, I
go
told
home.
them
When you go home, look
de-escalate,
up- all right, absolutely.
de-escalate. You're trained to do that, and they wouldn't. They kept backing me down, surrounding me. You'll see the video. It's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
It's nothing that you guys should be getting
And
into.
you eventually found out the officers' names?
I found Hanley told me his name. Hanley. He said his name was Officer Hanley. Badge number 655. He said. The other two didn't want to identify.
That's the two others with him?
But they're on the video. I'm sure you guys know them.
And what'd you
And
say?
what was your name, just sir? Just so I
I'm
know.
Lieutenant Friedlander.
Lieutenant Freeland.
Easy.
Thank you, sir. And just to clarify, because I'm a little confused now. I know I'm going to look up that law that you told me, but
DeBoer.
yeah. But I just want to clarify and if you can clarify this to Sergeant Cunningham, that this is not private property, correct?
And this story didn't stay quiet. The footage was uploaded online and exploded. Millions of views. People weren't angry about cameras or cars. They were angry about behavior. About officers who didn't de-escalate. About hands being put on someone who posed no threat. Public reaction became part of the record, proving this wasn't just one person's word against the badge.
Is this private? Is any of this private property?
This entire area, if there's a reason, we can ask you to leave. We can. Just like if you went in the store.
Yeah.
You're entitled to go in the store, of course you can. But
Yeah.
can the owner of the store ask
But
you to
it's public property though, sir.
Well, I didn't even watch the video, so I'm gonna let's let that go.
Okay.
Rather than make any statements.
And I did, and just to clarify, I did have a purpose here. I was
Okay.
videotaping. That was my purpose.
the-
The cop cars
Okay.
and the Humvees and stuff. Yeah.
And what was it at? Is there some type of project, or do you have?
Yeah. No, I'm just working on a story. Like I said, I got 3 million views on. I would never got that many if it was just police Humvees and and the 1960 car. But 3 million views, and they're gonna be calling
The 60s car and the Humvees.
for a story.
Just for that.
I was working on a story.
What was the story?
Just a story on police cars, old police cars, Humvees, stuff like that.
And I agree, you probably would not have gotten as many hits had
No,
not
definitely
had
not.
interaction.
Definitely not.
So
Definitely not.
that wasn't your purpose, though, right?
No.
Not to have 3 million hits.
I can't force. Sir, can I force somebody? Can I
No.
force a grown man to do something he doesn't want to do?
No,
No, right?
You can attempt to incite that, though, right? Unfortunately,
I mean,
that's
Phil,
really-
I just think that you guys are too. Honestly, my personal opinion, I think you guys are too scared of cameras. Cameras, they're good. I don't know why you guys don't wear body cameras. That's something that you guys should do. It's good transparency. It's good accountability.
Okay.
Equality under the law. You guys, I'm going to push for that.
The discussion shifts to policy versus practice. Filming police is allowed. Being filmed is part of the job. But when officers fear cameras more than misconduct, problems start. The narrator pushes hard for body cameras, calling them what they are: protection for good cops and accountability for bad ones. Aggressive truth: if body cams were on, this never would have spiraled.
I'm going to go to the county executive. I'll write them. I'll do whatever. I'll show them the video, and maybe because of this, you guys make too much money not to wear body cameras and be accountable. Because if they had a body camera, they would have seen everything. Luckily, I filmed it, and it shows them grabbing my arm, coming up to me, them surrounding me, like they're men. They're men with guns. I don't have a gun, and not only that, I don't have to do any type of, I didn't consent to no search or seizures. I voluntarily opened up my jacket. It was a cold day that day. I said, for your safety, I want you to understand, I don't have any weapons. I emptied out my pockets and showed them. I had no malicious intent, and that's what I explained to them from the get-go. But I didn't appreciate the way that they cornered me against the wall of the building right here and attempted to grab me. I had to back up. I don't know what would happen. You'll see in the video, one of the officers tries to come at me from behind. It was definitely a scary situation to be in.
What arm did they grab?
My left arm.
Your left arm?
Mm-hmm. That was Hanley.
Was that before they spoke to you or afterwards?
No, they came right up to me, Hanley, and the two other gentlemen just started speed walking towards me. And they said, hey, what's up? And I said, hey, what's up? And they just came at me, and Hanley grabbed me. He says, hey, I need to talk to you. And then he says, where's your ID? And then they keep screaming at me. You'll see the video, but where's your ID? I'm sending it to just talk to News 12. They're gonna see it. I'm gonna email it to you. Give me your email, and I'll send email it to you. I'll email you the link.
Then comes the most disturbing part, the physical encounter. Officers advancing in formation, backing him against a wall, grabbing his arm, demanding ID. No crime, no reasonable suspicion, just intimidation. The narrator even voluntarily showed he had no weapons. Let that sink in. Cooperation was met with force, not professionalism. That's not safety. That's failure.
A couple of your social media platforms?
Yeah. Like I said, they got 3 million views, so you'll see it somewhere. But I'm gonna send it to you though.
Which one of the links?
It's on TikTok, Long Island Audit.
Okay.
YouTube, Long Island Audit, same thing. You'll see them.
Okay, and then you spoke to Sergeant Cunningham today?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Like I said, she just wasn't. I felt she wasn't very professional, and you guys have been professional since you came out here. Like I said, you might not like me filming. You might think that whatever your opinion is, but you guys swore an oath to the Constitution. That's just my only point. You guys swore an oath to the Constitution to uphold the Constitution. I showed them I wasn't a threat. I told them my purpose. If they want to know what's the story for, what's this, it's really none of their business. But I told them. I didn't just keep quiet. I could have just remained.
You look up that case law.
I could have.
What they cannot ask, because like you said.
No. They can ask. No. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not saying they can ask me whatever they want. They have freedom of speech just like me. Right. I just have the right to refuse to answer questions.
So they grabbed your arm, your left arm.
Grabbed my arm.
Okay.
Started backing me down, all 3 of them, to where I had to keep backing up. Hanley didn't have a mask. The guy who grabbed me wasn't wearing a mask. No, only one of them was. No, 2 of them were wearing a mask. Hanley wasn't wearing a mask.
Back inside the station, the tone finally softens. The officer taking the complaint listens, asks questions, and acknowledges concerns. A stark contrast to what happened outside. The narrator emphasizes one core point. He wasn't resisting, provoking, or hiding. He was exercising a right. And rights don't disappear just because a camera makes someone uncomfortable.
Came up on me, pushed me in the cool corner, pushed me up against the building right here, in the back. Well, backed me up, not pushed me. Let me use my words very carefully, I'm sorry. He didn't push me into the building. They surrounded me like a tactical formation. I felt like I was being like a tactical formation coming from here, this way, and straight on, and just continued to back me up, asking, give me your ID, give me your ID. And I told him, I don't need to give you my ID. If you don't give me your ID, you'll be arrested. So at that point, I was like, no, you're wrong. Don't do this. Calm down, de-escalate. That's what you're trained to do. It's all in the video, you'll see.
All right. You got your phone number
631-371-4747. That's correct, sir.
Is there a first name so we can know either that or you do not want to give it? That's fine if you know.
I'd rather not. I just don't want any type of. I mean, if I called you guys, I called Internal Affairs, and you guys scared me more than anything. Well, Sergeant Cunningham, because I'm like, what do you mean? This is not public property, and I know that not to be true. How could it not be true if this is Suffolk County Police Department? I pay taxes to Suffolk County. This is a publicly. If you guys didn't want people in your parking lot, you guys could put up a fence or like a guard booth, and then I can't cross that. I was just saw the car over here.
Just to clarify, it's
Yeah.
not public property. Do we
Yeah.
allow people in here? Of course we do.
Yeah.
We want to encourage interaction with the public. We want to have people come in if they have complaints.
Yeah. I think you're wrong,
Our
sir.
best asset is our relationship with the public, right?
Of course. And
Of course.
I just
But
think
the
you're wrong in
concern
that.
would, I think, and I can't speak on that video because I haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
But if the police officers are confronting you because you video stuff in the parking lot, it would be negligent of them.
Of course. I agree. I agree. I just think that the manner they could have came up to me
Okay.
and handled it better.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And not touched me
All right.
because I wasn't breaking any laws.
You got all your information. You got your cell phone.
Okay.
And someone be in touch.
So I'll be hearing from one of you guys?
No, it'll be one of the assigned investigators.
Okay.
If you have a complaint, you put it in, and it goes on. We'll go through it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
I appreciate your time today.
This documentary segment ends with the complaint officially on record. No yelling. No threats. Just facts. The narrator thanks the officer for his time but leaves a final message hanging in the air. Public trust depends on how authority treats the innocent. Cameras don't cause problems. Misconduct does. And until every officer remembers that, these stories will keep being told.
You too.
No milk today, bro. No.